Yes, my friend, Abola, how are you? I want to say something, Abola. You are such a nice person, a very good man, and very intelligent man. I read your comments, even though sometimes, a lot of the time I don't respond, but I take note of exceptionally good comments and exceptionally bad comments. I notice every exceptionally bad comment and every exceptionally good comment. So, Abola, your comments are exceptionally good, nice. You are an open-minded person. You are witnessing the crisis we're having in our society. You are witnessing the crisis we're having over the case of Nnamdi Kanu. People don't understand it. They think I hate him. They don't understand that I didn't hate him. I didn't even have very strong opinions until recently when I began to see things. I began to see things and I knew that Nnamdi Kanu made a fundamental mistake. I continue to think that no, he is not well. If he's well, he will not. Some of the arguments people make about Nnamdi Kanu is so asinine. Let me give you an example. Somebody say, he asked the government to help the Igbo. They have the government for another second bridge. They asked, and then they will be saying, I asked for this. Who gave you the power to speak for the Igbos? Who appointed you? Who appointed you? That's the question I would like to ask him. Come on. Who made you the representative of the Igbo people? Who? That is the starting point. That's the starting point. If you went to school, if you have any education or wisdom in your mind, you find out that it is not proper for anybody to come out one day and say, okay, I'm fighting for the Igbos because of this. Who appointed you? How do we trust you? How do we know your original plan? How do we hold you accountable? And what is Igbo? Igbo is not a political unit. You have to understand, if you go to our constitution, there is no single mentioning of Igbo there. Or Yoruba there. Because our country is not organized on ethnic basis. It's not organized, it has never been organized on ethnic basis. Because even before the war, when the Eastern region had different communities in it. So now, when Nnamdi says he's speaking to the Igbos, then he says he's speaking to Biafra. Biafra, Igbos, Biafra, which one? Biafra is not Igbo in the sense because you want to put Akwa people in Biafra. Then, if Akwa people are not Igbo, Ijo people are not Igbo, Isekiri people are not Igbo. So, what do you want? Who are you speaking for? Are you speaking for the Biafrans? Or are you speaking for the Igbos? But in any event, who appointed you? Who made you can I call it the governor of Igbo or the king of the Igbos? How did you appoint yourself? Because any system of governance where people appoint themselves is dangerous. You know why it's dangerous? Because as you're appointing yourself, another person can appoint himself, another person can appoint himself, then there is war. We cannot have a system, a political system where people appoint themselves and then assume power. So when Nnamdi says to his followers, listen, forgive me if I get passionate about this, but I think you can understand it. Because some of you are very intelligent people. You can understand it. Somebody said, oh, he asked for this before when I complained about his violence. Somebody said, but before he became violent, he asked them for this. They refused. He asked them for bridge. He asked them to tar the road. He asked them to dredge the stupid fool. No country operates that way, even in the United States. Dredging of bridges requires budgetary arrangement. Construction of road requires budgetary allocation. It takes planning. It's not a thing one man can come and demand. How can? And you didn't know it? You said you went to university? So you think that anybody can come one day and say, I stand for the Igbos, I fight for the Igbos. Igbos, give Igbos this, give Igbos the electricity, give free education to Igbo people. If you don't give it to them, then we start war. Who gave him right? Okay, now let me tell you something. The tribe of people, the ethnic group known as Igbos, exists in 5 states. They have been divided into 5 states. I understand that there are some Igbos in Kogi, there are some Igbos in Delta, there may be some Igbos in Benue, but we are not organizing the country on Igbo basis. That's not a political unit. Igbo is not a political unit. Igbo is just a cultural group. A cultural group with their cultural identity, language, and all those things. That's what Igbo is. Igbo is not a political unit. You don't have a governor of Igbo, Igbo governor. You don't have such things. So, but in any event, those people who speak Igbo in Nigeria exist in 5 states, and each state has a governor. Unless those 5 governors come together and plan anything together, they are in the separate states. So our political units are federal government, state government, and local government. And each has its own head in accordance with the Constitution. Governors head the states, local government chairman head the local government. Then, how do you accommodate for the cultural group? And that's why we have Ohaneze. Ohaneze Ndigbo is the cultural entity known to be governing this. They have a constitution, they have a way of selecting their leadership, they have a way of changing leadership. It's not one man that is declaring everything. And then one day, somebody came out, set up an organization, and gave it any name he liked, and said he's speaking to the Igbos. You don't understand. You don't understand. I am so worried about people's behavior, people's failure to understand what is happening. And I say we are fighting for them. As what? As the governor of the Igbos, as the leader of the Igbos, and the king of the Igbos, as what? So he was one man who declared himself whatever he wants to declare himself. That's fine. We don't want to recognize it, because if we recognize it, any other person will try it. Yesterday it was Rebuke. Then you have a Simon Epa. Who knows who else is coming? Who knows who else is going to jump out there and tell you he's the leader of the Igbos? Absolute fraud. So that's why I'm not supporting for the pardon of Nnamdi Kanu. He shouldn't be pardoned at all. Not that I hate him. God forbid, I don't hate him. But the idea is nonsense. If we pardon Nnamdi Kanu, more people will try what he tried. Nobody can come out and appoint himself. There must be some process of legitimacy so that we can have change. Now, if a person appoints, because people will say, he appointed himself, oh, he said he will not be this, he said he will not be, is he our constitution? Every group must have constitution governing them. Everything is done in accordance with the constitution. It cannot be one man said, one man said. Listen to me. If I come out tomorrow, me, Ugwuonye, if I come out tomorrow and tell you that, oh, I'm fighting for the Igbos, follow me, don't believe me, it is terrible, it's not true. Unless the Igbos appointed me, the only way I can lead the whole Igbo and claim to have the whole Igbo is if I become a member of Ohaneze and they make me the president of Ohaneze. Aha! Then I can say, as Ugwuonye was saying, Ugwuonye was calling himself the leader of all the Igbo people, I was laughing. Because, you know, Ugwuonye was a very funny man. He was the last head of Ohaneze. He was calling himself the leader of all Igbos. I laughed. He was leading Igbos culturally, not politically. Culturally. Because the Igbos were never politically led as a single entity. So, what is wrong with our people? The world is moving on. We're organizing states now. Under international law, states are known as countries. All these countries, when I use the word state, in international law, it means a country. Don't confuse it with the state within a country. So, and each country will organize itself in different ways. They may have federal system and have states, or unitary system and have something else. So these are the political units recognized by the Constitution. You don't come one day and say you are speaking for the Igbo. That idea is so asinine and annoying, and Nnamdi committed a crime. He is convicted. He has to follow the legal process. If he wins on appeal and comes out, good. If he doesn't come on appeal, let him hope to get pardon, good. But all this nonsense that he was fighting for us, he's not fighting for me. At least at my age, I'm supposed to be able to elect people who rule us. I'm supposed to be able to participate in an election that chose our leader. I can no longer be ruled by a person who is not elected. God forbid. If there's a military rule in Nigeria today, I will cry. I will oppose it. Why? Because nobody elected the soldiers. They appointed themselves. So Nnamdi Kanu cannot appoint himself as the leader of the Igbos. And all of you are clapping, he's leading you. Don't you have common sense? No human being, even me, I cannot lead you in your interest unless you selected me. I cannot volunteer to lead you. There must be a process. Okay, if I volunteer to lead you, what happens when I die? Okay, my son will then lead. Or, if there's no arrangement for change, then there's a civil war at that point. You must have a system of choosing your leaders and replacing your leaders. That is what every modern society has. In the past, in the ancient time, if a king dies, there's war to have the next king. There's always war. We don't want to have that. We don't have that to have that. Countries conquering countries is not, that was then. So we have governors that are not perfect. We continue, we vote them out. We hope they continue to fight, engage in what we call political competition. We keep selecting them, hoping that our governors will speak for us. Politically, we are represented. Okay, now let me tell you something. Everybody is politically represented by the following people. Your councillor, your local government chairman, your House of Assembly representative, your House of Rep representative, your senators, and your governors. Those are the political players. These are the political representative you have. That's why everybody has a councillor, a local government chairman, a House of Rep representative, House of Assembly representative, House of Rep representative, and Senate, and governor. Everybody, and then the president. We all have these things. Politically. Now, when it comes to other things, religiously, we have different representatives. As a Catholic, I'm not practicing Catholic, but I was born and raised up a Catholic. But so let me call myself as a Catholic. As a Catholic, I have a catechist, I have a priest, I have a bishop, I have a cardinal, and I have a pope. These are my religious representatives, religiously, not politically. Okay. Culturally, traditionally and culturally, who do I have representing me? Oh, I have Igwe, and maybe some title holders, Nzenozo people. And then I have, and then Ohaneze will come in. Culturally, traditionally, and culturally. I cannot go to my Igwe and expect him to do what the local government chairman would do. They are different. I cannot go to my Igwe and expect him to do what the governor would do. They are different. I cannot go to my pastor, the priest, that is different. So tell me where Nnamdi Kanu fits. Is Nnamdi Kanu culturally representing me? Is he politically representing me? Is he spiritually representing me? What is Nnamdi Kanu's business in my affair? Why will he come and impose himself? He doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. Nobody fits. Where does Simon Ekpa fit? Where does Ralph Wazlike fit? Who are these bastards? Who are these people? Who are these people? Who is the Nnamdi? Who is the Ekpa? Who is the Wazlike? Who are they? They are appointed crooks who claim to be your leaders. So they're holding Nnamdi Kanu and people are talking nonsense. They should hold him well. He should account for the people who died. They have to treat him in a way that nobody else will try what he's trying. Nobody else should be allowed to try what Nnamdi Kanu tried. I'm telling you that now. You know? Nobody else. Nobody else. But you know, I blame the Nigerian government. Nigerian government did not train the citizens, did not provide the education. The quality of education is so poor, so bad that a graduate will be celebrating Nnamdi Kanu as what? What is he? Tell me, how does Nnamdi fit into anything? How does he fit in? I need to know. Tell me. We're going to be sensible. Assuming one of my younger brothers walks up and I say, hey brother, I'm tired. The Igbos are suffering. I have to dedicate my life, Biafra or I die. Biafra or I die. I will tell him to shut up. I say, sit down and shut up. Who appointed you? Who made you the speaker of the Igbos? The representative of the Igbos? So tell me, all these people talking nonsense. Declaring himself the leader of Igbos alone is enough crime. Is enough crime. We don't have that. Just opening your mouth to claim you lead the Igbos, even if you didn't kill people, you should go to prison. The same thing with Igboho, who began to agitate for the Yorubas. But Igboho was not violent as much. Igboho did not antagonize the Yoruba Afenifere. Igboho never insulted Afenifere. So when Igboho got into trouble, Afenifere helped him. Nnamdi Kanu attacked Ohaneze, called them names, threatened to kill them. What the heck? I'm watching them. All those lawmakers who went to ask for his release. Those lawmakers are crooks. They are crooks. Let us ask, were they the ones buying the body parts? Because we had the ESM was selling body parts. Let us investigate these crooked lawmakers. They were silent when people were dying. Those lawmakers were quiet. They said nothing. Now they're parading themselves because they're looking for your votes. And you are going to vote for that because you're stupid. If you're not stupid, why will you should never vote for those lawmakers? Anyway, they can keep doing that. I'm from Enugu State. Any Enugu lawmaker who joins that nonsense, I will campaign against him. Any lawmaker from Enugu who joins that crap, I will campaign against him. He should explain himself. Anyway, Enugu lawmakers will not be that stupid anyway. It is Imo State and Abia State lawmakers. Very crooked people. That's why they allowed IPOB to destroy their states. They destroyed their states and now they're going to bed. They are all IPOB ESN lawmakers. They should be investigated. Make an example with them. The fact that the lawmakers doesn't mean they can't be arrested. Make an example with any damn bloody lawmaker who goes to plead for. Let them help the victims. People were killed, children orphaned, wives made widows, husbands made widowers because of. I saw one video. If you see this video, if I share that video, I will be banned. Absolutely. It is dangerous. Extreme violence. I couldn't believe my eyes. They forwarded this to me. Gentle, gathered people. When I looked, more than, from my estimate, more than 30 people were all asked to lie down. They lay down, begging, crying. And Gentle was screaming at them, look at the people, we told you not to vote. You went to vote. People were fighting for, and they voted. People were fighting for. He went. I thought this was a joke. This guy and his men went, gone. AK-47, boom, boom. Killing women and children, no. Killing women and children. And you're talking of Nnamdi. You should be talking of execution. He says, oh, how did I do it? I didn't do it. I was in UK. They're accusing me of a crime. Nonsense. When you set up IPOB, didn't you know? It is like you load a gun. You know the funny thing? I warned him personally. You load a gun. And you're telling us that you were not the one that used the gun. We warned you. This is a loaded gun. You are loading a gun. Somebody may use this gun to kill somebody. You will be responsible. Don't load that gun. Biafra or I die. You Biafra or die. You haven't died. This is just life imprisonment and you are crying. We thought you were willing to die for Biafra. If you are willing to die for Biafra, then take imprisonment. Imprisonment is not death. So all those things ready to Biafra or death. Biafra or death. Wow. Okay. Take something lighter than death. You can't handle it. And people are crying. People are saying, oh, Igbo people should support you. You are stupid. You don't know what he did to you. You don't know what those people did to Igbos. You don't know what they did to Igbos. Don't talk of pardon. Ojukwu was in exile for 13 years before they pardoned him. And yet Ojukwu was 100 times better. Ojukwu was in office. He was a legit occupying an office. Established, his authority was well established. He was the governor. Who was the Nnamdi? If you ask Ojukwu, why did you lead the Igbo? He said, I was already leading them now, and I was their governor. So, leadership was already on me. Now you ask Nnamdi, who made you the leader? How did you become the leader of the Igbos? He will tell you he woke up one morning and chose to lead them. Biafra or death. Biafra. Nonsense. Nonsense. Please, granting him pardon will be the biggest mistake. It is dangerous. Dangerous. Let the matter be addressed. Let the matter be sorted out. Let us find out who died, who was destroyed, what can we do. And by the way, Nnamdi was not alone. No. He said he was not the one killing people. Or some people are killing. Okay, we want to find those people first. Let's find them. Because if you pardon Nnamdi now, then what about other people arrested? What about other IPOB people in prison? If you pardon them, then you pardon these people. No way. No way. So when I heard that Gentle Yahoo was killed, I was sad. Why did they kill him that way? They're supposed to kill him the way he killed other people. It's just terrible. Terrible. What they did to people. And you're talking of pardon. No. Whenever I remember it, I feel so sad. I didn't know the people who died. The only person that they killed indirectly that I know was George Obiozo. But they didn't kill George Obiozo directly. They burnt his house. The man who was already in his 70s, retired, you burn his house. The man had a heart, burn his house, burn his book, burn his everything. All the things the man lived for all his life vanished. He wrote books, things that he would have been remembered by, wiped out. Wiped out. Because you're talking of Biafra. They have to hold Nnamdi accountable. Not only that, they want him to account for every money received from Biafra. Because you have to understand why they were doing what they're doing. At least explain it. I'm not saying they should get the money back from them, but at least let us know. So we can understand what was pushing them. Look at Wazulike, actualization of Biafra. By the way, did you know how Nnamdi came about? Wazulike appointed Nnamdi to be the director of Radio Biafra. They wanted to create Radio Biafra in UK. And Wazulike appointed Nnamdi. So he will, handle the Radio Biafra. That was the purpose. That was the purpose. But then, Radio Biafra became influential. Nnamdi saw that this is power. Power. That with the Radio Biafra, he doesn't need to be answerable to Wazulike. Did Wazulike would not be answerable to him. So he set up his own thing. Instead of continuing the mashup that created him, he now formed on his own. Indigenous people of Biafra registered it as a private company. Private profit-making company with himself as the shareholder. Sole shareholder. No other Igbo people were the shareholder then. That's how this thing started. That was how the whole mess started. Like joke. They created a military wing. They told you they were fighting Hausa Fulani. How many Hausa Fulani have they killed? They were killing their own brothers, women, children. Because they did not sit at home, you kill people. Was it Fulani people that did not sit at home? Nigeria is a very sad thing. Anyway, what led me to this was somebody said, why am I not celebrating? There's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing except misery and suffering and stupidity. I don't know which one worries me most. Is it Nnamdi himself or your stupidity? Stupidity of those who followed him. You have to know that Nnamdi cannot exist if he did not have stupid people. Nobody can do that. Simon will not exist, Wazulike will not exist, Nnamdi will not exist if you did not have foolish people who follow them. Any intelligent person will know that they are committing a crime. Any intelligent person will know. In Finland, it didn't take them anything to put Epa in prison. It's very simple. Epa has no defense. They asked Epa, did you say this? Yes. He said it was content. Epa said he was creating content too. In other words, he didn't really mean what he said. He was just creating content. You are creating content and people are dying. And they gave him 6 years. That's what he got. Nnamdi, they gave him life. And the judge avoided death. They could have given him death. Please, let me make this thing clear. I love you. I love Igbo people. I love our people. don't declare yourself the leader of the Igbos. If you're interested in leadership, go and run an election. If you're interested in being my leader, go and contest the election now. I may even vote for you. If you're interested in becoming the leader of anybody, any community, go and run an election. Don't declare yourself the leader. If you do, you're on your own. You're on your own. You are not for me. That's my principle. I'm not afraid of annoying people. No. I'm not afraid of annoying people. Some people get angry with me and they say they are not they won't follow me anymore. I laugh. If you write that you won't follow me, I block you. I don't even want you to see me at all on Facebook. And now, because I'm on my personal profile, this live session is on my personal profile. I've been trying to add some people as my friends, and they told me that I reached 5,000. I can't add anybody. Facebook even suggested to me that I should remove some friends so that I can add some. So please, I use this opportunity to inform any of you there who doesn't like what I'm saying to unfriend me now. Unfriend me so I can add somebody. Create space for me. Unfriend me. If you hate what I'm saying, if you think I'm talking nonsense, if I'm annoying you, please unfriend me. I want to be unfriended. Let 100 people at least unfriend me. I have some beautiful women, nice, lovely girls I want to make my friend. I can't add them because I've reached 5,000. I mean, these people sent me friends requests. I want to accept. I can't accept because I reached 5,000. So, can you people who don't like me unfriend me now so that I can add some beautiful people as my new friends? Okay? I'm tired of old friends who don't like me. If you don't like me, go. Do it tonight. Unfriend me. Listen, this is coffee. Let me go get my coffee. Again, let me warm my coffee and get more. But on a serious note, I don't want to be annoyed by anybody. What Nnamdi Kanu did is crazy. You know how you should know it is bad? There's one way to know. Just one way you should know. Ask yourself, what if 100 Igbo men repeat what he did? What if 100 people said 100 Igbo men all declare to lead Biafra and start setting up organization? If you think that way, something will hit you, say, oh no, that won't make sense. No, that will be a problem. Then I ask you, what stops them? There's nothing stopping the 99 other men to repeat because there's nothing, there's no process. They don't have to follow any rule. All it takes is to declare yourself. So reasonable people will ask, this thing this man did, what if many other people repeat it? Will it work? They will say no. Then they say don't do it. If others cannot repeat what you did, don't try it. Because nothing will stop them from doing it. If we allow you to try this, others will try it. That's why we have rules. That's why we have orders. Can you imagine if a man comes and say, oh, this is a very wise and mature 15-year-old girl. This 15-year-old girl is even wiser than some 40-year-old women. She's 15, but she's so mature, so wise. Look at what she's doing. Why not allow me to marry her? We say, no, don't marry 15-year-old. He said, but this one is a special 15-year-old, very wise, very mature, well, let me marry. We say, no, don't marry her. You know why we are saying it? Because if we allow this man to marry this 15-year-old, others will start marrying 15-year-old too. That's why we have rules. That's why we make uniform rules for everybody. We don't allow people to create special rules for special circumstances. No. So, because if I ask you, why wouldn't Nnamdi do that? You say, oh, Nnamdi is a special man, gifted man. But every man thinks he's gifted. Once you allow Nnamdi to do it, then others will do it too. So it is better to stop all of them. Nobody will declare himself the leader of Igbos unless you contest election. You are not leading anybody without election in this time and age. If you must lead people without election, go and set up a church. Start prophesying, stupid people will come there. Can't you see them? You can become popular. Look at Rebuke. Nobody is quarreling with Rebuke because he's created his own church. He's leading people. He sees them, and they're always going there. Thousands of people. Good luck to them. Rebuke is leading people who come to his church. He's not leading people who didn't come. He can't lead me because I haven't gone there. But when you come and start behaving like Nam, then you are leading everybody, including those who didn't come. You are forcing people to follow you. Okay, I'm sorry. I got agitated. I always get agitated when I deal with extreme things. And you don't know who is making me angry. It's not Nnamdi that is making me angry. It's you. You. Allowing nonsense to occur and you are justifying it. Making all kinds of stupid arguments I'm reading on social media. Oh, he asked them for this. They refused. He asked them for this. He asked them for good road for the Igbos. They refused. He asked them to make a new international airport. Who is he? Who the hell is he? So if the government follows him and does that, then Asserting will ask for his own airport. Then other people begin to ask for their own airport. The Nigerian government is just sitting there responding to militants, whatever they want to give it to. Now, Nnamdi is lucky. You don't try this in some places. You don't try it. You don't try it. You just don't try it. DSS should focus their eyes on his supporters. Among them, they will find, it's in Nigeria, if you support a person that the government has declared a terrorist, anywhere in the world, you are in trouble. If the American government declares anybody a terrorist, I can't call the person, I can't visit him. I won't. Any connection with that person is going to put you in trouble. Only in Nigeria that you convict somebody as a terrorist, people are protesting for his release. Anyway, that thing was what Omoyole did for his own advancement, relevance, but it backfired. He didn't get any traction. He's now spewing story that it was the protest that stopped him from being sentenced to death. He's stupid. Even if Nnamdi is sentenced to death, they will not execute him. Nigerian process is very slow. They won't do that. So whether death or life imprisonment, it's going to ultimately be pardoned or commuted. So they say wanted to sentence him to death, but no, that's not why. That's not why. That thing is Shore is trying to claim relevance. He's desperate for relevance. Desperate for relevance. Nnamdi Kanu was an opportunity for him to ingratiate himself. He didn't work well for them. I'm so sorry, dear. What can I do? Let me go get coffee. If I find it when I come back, my coffee is going to. I'll be back in less than a minute. If I find it when I come back, fine, we'll continue. If I don't find you, I understand. I know many of you in Nigeria should be sleeping. The people watching are probably in UK or in China. I mean in US or China. Those in China, in Asia, wonderful. Those in the US, wonderful. Okay, those in Nigeria and the UK, that's Europe, Western Europe, they're asleep. I understand. Hang in there, guys, hang in there. Oh, Jesus. Nigerians, I don't know. When I told Nigerian government, educate these people, train them, send them to school, they said, no, you know, you didn't know that the government did not educate you because the government wanted you to be weak, poor, ignorant, powerless. But now, with social media, even the uneducated have become powerful. Uneducated and now powerful, they are threatening professors, burning down the houses of professors. So the educated people are now in the minority. They are running for their lives. When we come out to say a word, you will attack us, call us names, call us everything, scare us. You will scare us. The uneducated people scare educated people these days. They run. They run from them. That's why I get upset Whenever I feel that people are bullying me on social media, I get upset. I don't let them do it. That's why I didn't let them do it in Main Nation. When Main Nation tried it, I said, hell no. And now, if we're going to die, let's die. I tackled them fiercely. Now, IPOB people, I tackle them fiercely. I don't back down. I'm not the sort of elite you scare with noise. If you want us to die, people say, oh, don't go into the gutter to fight them. I will come into the gutter and kill you. Then I can bath afterwards. I'll wash my clothes later. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'll be gentleman when I become 60. I still have 1 more year. When I become 60, that's when I'll become gentleman. If you insult me that time, I'll keep quiet. Now, if you insult me, I will insult your father and your mother. Okay? Whatever will happen, let it happen. If you are nice to me, I'll be nice to you. I'm loving, caring, I adore you. If you treat me nicely, goodness me, I'll give you everything I have. If you insult me, if I know your grandfather, I will attack him too. That's it. People should not run from people because, oh, I am a gentleman. Oh, you're educated. Maintain your integrity. Oh, I don't want you to lose your integrity. Maintain your integrity. If they insult you, you just ignore them. Ignore them. Don't talk to them. They abuse you. Don't talk to them. You're a gentleman. Your integrity. One lady came to me and talked about integrity. I said, ma'am, get lost with your integrity crap. Get lost. Integrity. The same person who is telling you to keep quiet when you are accused, tomorrow she will accuse you too. She will say, oh, look at what they said about him. When Main Nation tried it, I said, yes, I know you will punish me, you will attack me, but I will not keep quiet. And I didn't keep quiet. Where are they now? Where are they? They all disappeared, crawled back into their holes. Because they found out that whatever they did could not bring me down. It could not scratch me. It could not scratch me. The same thing is what I give Nnamdi supporters, IPOB people. They're all criminals. I don't mince words. They're all criminals. Okay. They're all criminals. So guys, so, you know, yes. Isn't that cool? It's cool. Oh. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. This is good. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Okay. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Okay. What's this? Enough. This. Okay. All right. Finish. All right, guys. All right, guys. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Hmm? All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that watched me and who have been here, I enjoyed your company. We started with just my dinner, and the discussion got heated. I became very passionate when it comes to this situation in the Southeast. I don't know when the Southeast will be safe enough for people to move around freely. There are so many guns out. A lot of people have guns, dangerous gangs, and these people have no restraint. If you see the belief system, the things our people believe, you know, what we call their prayer, people, the things you grew up with, the belief pattern you have in you. Before anything, information, education, research can come and begin to wipe this, there are core beliefs. People believe in juju, believe in odesh. Even a common simple thing, like a boy that was killed, supposedly by ESN, and instead of saying that they came and shot him and he died, they first said that they shot him, the bullet did not penetrate, they shot him, the bullet, then they said that he had something, and they went and got that thing. If you recall, one of the boys they caught, the ones that killed Gulag, you saw his confession, you listened to his confession before the police. He said that fire, Onyami, shot at him first, and the bullet did not enter. Bullet did not enter. So he said he had something. Then he went and took that thing and then shot him again. That is his story to the police. He believed this. Apparently, when they fired the gun the first time, they missed. Because you can miss. You know, the thing is, people don't know. These ignorant people don't know is that you cannot see the bullet. if you're holding a gun and you shoot, nobody sees the bullet. It travels at supersonic speed. Bullet travels faster than sound. That is why if you had the sound of the gun, then the bullet did not kill you. If you had the sound of gun, the bullet did not kill you. If the bullet from that gun hits your body, it will hit you before the sound. So you'll be dead before the sound will reach you. Bullet travels faster than sound. So if I aim a gun at you and fire, you will not, if my bullet hits you, you won't hear the sound of my gun. If you had the sound of my gun, then I missed. The bullet did not hit you, did not kill you. So, but these illiterates don't know this science. They don't know this basic physics. They don't know the physical properties of bullets. It is traveling at a speed faster than sound. Because it's traveling faster than sound, it will hit you before the sound of the gunshot will come to you. And you know how fast sound travels? Very fast. And if the bullet is traveling faster than sound, that means that you can't see the bullet. Nobody sees the bullet. It is only in the movie. In the movie that you see the bullet going to hit somebody. It's only in the movie. In reality, you can't see it. So these people fired a gun at Gulag. Because the man didn't fall, they said he had something. No, the bullet missed. The bullet missed. They said he had something, so they went and searched him and found something. Who knows what they found? He said, this is it. And then fired him. So for him, all this shooting was to test their juju. They were firing to test juju. That is Njenje's supporters. They were firing guns at people to test if they have juju. Especially when they missed. A reasonable person, you fired the first time you missed. You're supposed to say, maybe God asked you to hold on. But if they miss, they don't see it as their fault. They don't see that their marksmanship is poor. They see it as juju. You have juju. So he's testing your juju to see if the power of your juju, and they're killing people. And you are telling me pardon. Pardon. Let's not talk about this. I'm tired. I don't want to speak about it. But if I can tell you now, you already know. If you believe in those things, you can't be my friend. And if you're my friend now, unfriend me. Please. I don't want to have a friend who believes in those nonsense. I don't want to, if you believe in a dish, if you know you believe in a dish, please unfriend me. Nah. You shouldn't be my friend if you believe in such things. Because we don't have anything in common. Our brains, our minds are going in opposite direction. We will never meet. We are not supposed to be friends. We are not supposed to interact. If your mind is that way, my mind is that way. Nothing connects us.
In the heart of the city where stories unfold, NjenjeMedia TV shining bright and bold, bringing news from the corners of the globe.